What's up guys? I am back with another video. In today's video I'll be showing you guys how to make this beaded lace swimsuit. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I made it, please stay tuned. So as you can see, I didn't use any patterns or anything. Everything is just kind of freely cut out and just freehand. So we're gonna start by cutting out just a general shape. So we're gonna cut out this excess because, as you guys know, this is made from scraps. If you cannot tell, I'm trying to get rid of all of this extra fabric. So we're just gonna start by cutting out that top piece to even that out. Then, as you can see here, we're gonna cut from a little waist and then bring it down at an angle. After we've done that, you want to cut just like a little U here, and now you're starting to develop that swimsuit shape. And then as you can see, I'm just going to keep cutting to get it basically to my liking. So I definitely wanted this to be like a high hip swimsuit. I mean, at this point you could stop and it could just be like a normal swimsuit, and you would just have to trim down the front. But as you can see here, I am just kind of cutting it to my liking. Alrighty, so at this point you're just gonna go in and you're gonna hem our little opening here. So you're just gonna hem that all up, and that'll be the part on both sides where the legs go through. So this is a little bit of mesh that we have. We're gonna fold it over, and I'm just gonna kind of let you guys watch and see exactly how I cut it out. Because as I said, there wasn't really a system to it. I was just kind of freehanding it. So as you can see, I've just kind of eyeballed it. I'm gonna cut out how long I want my straps to be, and then I'm gonna go in and see how wide I want my actual straps to be. Now after I figure that out, I'm just going to keep cutting at it and keep cutting at it until I see it that it's where I would want it to be. And just like a little tip, you want to make sure the top of your strap is very, very thin. But while you're cutting it, you want to fade it out to make sure that you're still keeping that width in the bust area. So you don't, as you can see here, I'm making that top smaller, but I'm keeping the bottom part the exact same width, and that is where the boob will go. Alrighty, so here I was trying to figure out if I wanted to add some of that fabric as a bias tape, but I actually decided not to. I just thought it was just like kind of too matchy with the bottom, and it didn't completely match the applique. So decided not to do that. So basically what I'm going to do is take my straps and I'm just going to hem those up on each side. Alrighty, so now that we have our straps all hemmed up, you just want to pin them to our bottoms, and basically there's no real system to how to do this. As you can see later on, I ended up having to take them loose and adjust them a little bit, just because I had them too far away. But for me personally, I like to make them crisscross a little bit in the front, and that kind of helps them be able to hold the boob. But as you can see here, I'm kind of measuring everything out just to make sure that they are evenly placed on each side. So once she puts it on and you look at it from the back, one side doesn't go further over than the other. So as you can see here, we ended up trying to put our straps up over both boobs and it would not stay. They kept moving, which unfortunately, like I said, is the problem with the center. So we had to go and take it loose and then crisscross them over just a little bit more, and that would help it be able to stay over the boobs. So once you get to the next clip, you'll be able to see that I took it loose here and repinned it just so that we can get a little bit more coverage. Alrighty, so now we have that area that we had pinned. We just went in and sewed it together. As you can see in the middle, I'm going to go and cut the excess out. But we have that whole little area sewn together. So now we have a lot better boob coverage. We're just going to take our appliques, pin them on there. After we pin them to our liking, we will hand sew them down. I tried to do my machine method with taking the guard off and then sewing it, but just because the mesh is so stretchy and it's stretched out so much over her boobs, it just won't be possible, because once you take it off the mannequin, it's all shriveled up. So basically the only kind of downside to this swimsuit would be that you would have to hand sew, which that's basically what I did with appliques before. I was taught the other method. So yeah, basically you just have to go in after this, hand sew everything, and you'll be good to go.